Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you all the books that I plan on reading in the month of May. I cannot believe we're already into the month of May. Like, I feel like 2022 has just flown by, especially with like school stuff. I feel like this will be my last year. My plan is to graduate next spring, and just kind of the last year of work is just, it's gonna fly by, I already know. But I'm really excited to share with you all the books I plan on reading. I feel like they're kind of diverse in terms of genre. You have some historical fiction, crime series, and then kind of a non-fiction book as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. So starting out, I first have the Tales and Teacups book club picks for the months of May and June. So I'll have everything linked down below in terms of the book club and everything like that. So if you're interested to participate, you can go watch that video where I explain how everything works. But this is a book that has been on my TBR for a while, and I found it at Half Price Books, and I was just like, you know what? This book is calling me. I've been wanting to read it for a long time, and I'm just so excited to read it. I want to be able to read it with you guys and discuss it, because I think this book is going to be very thought-provoking. And it is The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead, and this is also winner of the Pulitzer Prize, so I have high expectations for this. But it says here, Cora is a young slave on a cotton plantation in Georgia. An outcast even among her fellow Africans, she is on the cusp of womanhood, where greater pain awaits. And so when Caesar, a slave who has recently arrived from Virginia, urges her to join him on the Underground Railroad, she seizes the opportunity and escapes with him. As Whitehead brilliantly recreates the terrors of the antebellum era, he weaves in a saga of our nation, from the brutal abductions of Africans to the unfulfilled promises of the present day. I think this one will just be very interesting and, like I said, thought-provoking, and raise a lot of important discussions of how slavery, even now, has still woven itself so much into our fabric of society, and I think this will be a very impactful and important read. But what really pulled me into this, not like in addition to the story itself, is that the Underground Railroad in here is imagined as an actual, train and railroad, which I think is really interesting. I remember as a kid when I was first learning about the Underground Railroad, I actually thought it was like a train. I remember in grade 3 learning about that, and I just thought it was like an actual train. So I think it'll be really interesting to take the concept of the Underground Railroad that we know today, kind of turn it on its head and turn it into an actual literal thing. So I think that will just make it really interesting, and yeah, I'm expecting this book to be incredibly moving, and honestly I cannot wait to dive in. Next up, kind of something completely different, is a new release that is coming out this month as well, and it is The Office BFFs by Jenna Fischer and Angela Kinsey. I'm just really excited for this. I love their podcast. I'm a big Office fan, and I think this kind of talks about, their friendship and their experience working on the Office TV show, which I think will be a lot of fun. I think there's probably a lot of pictures. I think it will just be a fun, quick read, and especially for someone who loves the Office as much as I do, it'll just be fun. I do have Brian Bauminster's, the guy who plays Kevin's, oral history of the Office book as well that I need to read. Like I said, I do love my Office, and anything else that keeps that feeling that you get when you watch The Office alive, and regardless of which format, if it's either a TV show, podcast, or book, then I'm all for it. So I'm really excited to pick this one up as well. And lastly, you guys probably already know this, but since the beginning of the year, I've been planning on rereading the Brazilian Isles series. So basically from January until the end of June, I plan on reading 2 books every month. But as much as I've been loving this, I feel like those 2 books take a lot of time up from, new releases or other things that I want to be getting to. So my plan is just to marathon the last 4 books, which will be good too, because I actually fly through these books really fast, so I don't think it's gonna be too hard to get to all these 4 books. So the last 4 that I have to read plus a short story include The Silent Girl, which is what I'm currently reading right now, Last to Die, Die Again, and I Know a Secret. And I think John Doe is one of the novellas that goes in between one of these. I don't remember which one it is, but because it's been so long since I've read these, I remember The Silent Girl came out my first year of undergrad, which was 2012, 2013, and this one came out 2017, because I remember we just took a trip to Boston, and I remembered some of like the places that are talked about in here, which was a lot of fun. So, and I remember there's like a Harvard bookstore or something. So these ones are still relatively recent compared to the older ones that I read when I was 15. So regardless, even though there's still fewer time has passed since I've read these, I still don't remember too much. I remember one is like a African safari gone wrong. But yeah, I'm just excited. I love these books. This series reread has been a long time coming. For years I've been saying I've been wanting to reread this series, and so I'm happy that the new book coming out in July has like motivated me to do so, because I love it just as much. So kind of with how I do most crime series, especially for a series that I love, I don't really know too much about the synopsis, so I'm just kind of, you know, diving right in. So hence why, if you guys are curious about this, any of the synopsi, is that how you say synopsises? Synopsi? The synopsis of any of these books, you probably can just look it up online, but like I said, I don't want to spoil myself, so hence why it's just diving right in is like my favorite way of approaching these crime series. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what some of the books that you plan on reading in May and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.